Hello and welcome to another episode of the Final Siren. Oz is back in the house,
yes,
mate. Great to see you.
Excited.
Mate, that's the first game we've watched together for a while, mate.
Yes.
It's been a while since we've been in the same room podcasting.
Oh.
It's been a long time, mate, believe it or not. But the Freo Dockers just had a fantastic win by 35 points over the Carlton Blues, mate. Nearly turned up, 97 points. Just a couple of little quick singles at the end might have made it up to the 100. But, mate, fantastic effort by the boys once again against a team that, you know, in that last quarter, mate, you were tense. You're sitting next to me. You're getting worried. Oh, here they come, here they come, here they come.
Yeah.
The always pessimistic Dockers fans, I guess, are like, oh, no, what's going on now? But the boys played so well. What a fantastic and another team effort.
Yes.
Another one where, you know, when we're watching games, Oz, and I'm going, all right, who's the best?
Yep.
Who's the best on? Who's the best couple?
Yep.
Like, and you're just like, hang on, what the hell's going on here? Like, everyone's played really well.
Yeah.
Start with the Mosquito Fleet, mate, or the Mosquito Mob, or the Mosquito Squad, whatever we're going to call them. But our small forward's fantastic, mate.
Yep. In and around it, the pressure around the contest was sensational. And as you were alluded to before, more or less, when you can't really distinguish who is the outstanding player, you know the team effort is, you know, creating the goals. And Tabs didn't need to kick 7 because we had everyone else around the contest creating pressure, creating scoring involvements, and it was awesome. Great to see Sonny Walters back amongst it. A couple of great goals from him.
Sonny kicked 2. Can we just have a quick side note about the great work by the Freo media team and their ability to spot a man in the Eagles jumper? Bang it up on social media.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Even it got him out of his seat.
Yeah.
Not sure why he's wearing an Eagles jumper. Just we've
had this conversation.
Come in a normal shirt. It's okay. Yeah. We don't need it. But Sonny 2 goals straight. Switter 2-2, and his last quarter was amazing.
Oh,
mate.
yeah.
It was immense, and there was a few just like passages of play where he was just in and up and about, and you know really kept us in it in that last quarter in a sense. Couple of real crucial hands, and just his ability to be a bit of a barometer, and that forward line is a bit of a barometer with that pressure.
You nailed it. It's the attack on the contest as well. It's not the first time that we've seen this, by the way, from Switter against Adelaide. He goes, just settle down, guys. Just get on my back. I'm just going to carry you guys. That's what I'm going to do. And again today, through the middle, through the contest, really strong upper body, and was just prepared to take him on by foot, and it just creates that line break. And again, I'll go to it. I've said it on the pod before. He's elite in line breaking, and that's what makes him elite. And the fact that he's willing to take the game on, and then it opens up other avenues. So fantastic from him.
And the world's quickest bounce, mate. The quickest bounce in the AFL. And Lockie Schultz, mate. Oh. So he missed last week because of COVID protocols. He gets best on ground 2 weeks ago versus West Coast. Misses last week where he probably would have had another day out, and bounces back again with 3 goals.
Oh.
Unbelievable by Shilter. And, you know, the man they like to call Shooter, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin style,
bang,
mate.
bang.
Yeah.
Look, I love what I love about Shooter is intensity and just every contest. It's like his last. You know, it's more. If I don't get to this contest, that's it. It's all over. And he just makes sure he wills himself to each contest. And I think like crazy stats for him as well. When I was just having a look through how the players went, generally speaking, a number of really key marks too. And he was just able to get around the ground, not just forward of the ball, but also behind the ball as well, which allowed that release kick to get out too. So he played all around the ground. Another great performance from him. And again, if you look in the past games, you really see that he's a pivotal part of that forward line and a part of this team. Again, able to break up those contests and add value. So
yeah. And you know, even Michael Freddie didn't have his greatest game, only with the 2 touches. But look, I thought he was actually his pressure and his 1%ers were right up, and he just added to that extra bit where, you know, getting it out of D50, Carlton had a big problem. They were just trying to and then all of a sudden it was Schultz, it was Switter, it was Sonny, it was Freddie, it was Trav Collier, right on their hammer. So, you know, when you're thinking about those guys as well, like how fantastic is it that essentially we've picked up 2 mature ages, you know, and then Sonny Walters, who we all know the story of Sonny Walters, fantastic story. So, you know, you're looking at a bunch of guys who are, you know, in the late 30, 40, 50, late rounds, you know, of the draft, and we've been able to say, because sometimes we're like, well, you know, they're not top end, top draft pick talents, but like we always say, and Mike Lombardi likes to say as well, it's not where you picked, it's how you play, you know. And these guys are bringing this pressure it's kind of reverberating.
Yeah.
I think that's the word, throughout the rest of the team, and the pressure is right up.
Yeah.
The pressure's right up all around the ground, and we are a hard team to play against.
Oh, yeah.
Only concede less than 10 goals again, 62 points, so 9 goals, 8.
Yep.
Mate, fantastic again. And I went over it last week in the pod where essentially we're conceding 2 goals a quarter if you take out those 2 6-goal quarters that we conceded against Adelaide and St Kilda, mate. And, you know, apart from one bad quarter against St Kilda, like, seriously, mate, we're close to 6-0.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're
The lid's gone.
the lid's
gone.
Now,
The snakes are everywhere. Blow it up.
blow it up.
Blow it up.
No, blow it up means... All right, blow it up then, I guess. Start again.
No, look, going back to
Back
what
to
you're
the
saying,
draft.
Let me get back to it. Let me just say 2 words: dog hungry.
Yeah.
And it just sums up where the boys are at.
Are we
Yes.
seeing a couple of junkyard dogs, mate? I love
Oh.
where my dog's at. Bit of
Oh.
DMX. Mate, look, couple of other guys. Akers, a.k.a. the Snowman, mate, because of his
Yeah.
trajectory of his
Yeah,
kicking.
loves-
Hey, mate, goal of the year.
Chasing cars.
What a goal. Like Sonny Walters' goal was a treat, but
Yes.
Akers, and Sonny, I think, gave him a little hand pass, didn't he?
did, yeah.
And Akers has just gone, thanks, mate, I'll snap this.
Yep.
I'll just snap this one straight through.
Question without notice.
Yep.
Is he becoming the elite goal kicker from we wouldn't expect you to kick these type of goal scenarios?
Okay.
If you think about like some of the goals
You're
that
like,
he's...
where's he having a shot? And it's like, hey, hang on. Wait a cotton. Mate, Akers had a really good game. Had another really good game.
Yep.
Quiet in the first quarter and worked his way into the game. And, you know, as a wingman, all he can do is just keep working back and forth. And he's a bit of a presence out there. Couple of really big marks. In that second quarter in particular where we put the foot down,
Yep.
it was him that was kind of that barometer that led that second quarter, which is, you know, if you told me 3 weeks ago, Blake Akers, you know, we're going to be banging on about how good he is,
Yep.
I would have said, knock me down with a feather, mate, because
Yep.
he was right on the chopping board and he's bounced back. And this is what we needed from this team to take that next step, is those guys who we would consider, you know, your 15 to 22 players stepping up and locking in and
Yeah.
being very, very good players,
Yeah.
you know, and just really, really good, you know, what Ross Lyon maybe have termed worker bees, but, you know, you're getting a lot of work out of these guys. And speaking of, mate,
Playing their role, by the way.
Yeah.
And just under 500 metres gained.
Mate,
Oof.
sorry. Brody, a.k.a. Steak
Steak
Knives.
Knives.
Is he as hard as a cat's head, mate?
Yeah, you said
he
it
would
a
have
few
to be
times.
the
That's
toughest
a
football
really good call.
player
Yeah.
just about to pull on the purple, mate.
Yeah, loves putting his head over the ball.
But like, you know, like you have tough footy players and they get hit in the head and then they fall over and obviously, you know, they concussion and stuff like that.
Yep.
But mate, he literally, I swear he got hit in the head about 8 times just
Yep.
in contest and he's just like, yep, hand pass.
Inconcussible.
Bang. Cat's head, mate. Head is too strong, mate. But he's fantastic, Brody.
Yes.
And the myth of Will Brody continues to grow because
Yep.
every time I see his profile on AFL.com and
Yes.
Fremantle FC.com.au, I believe that's the website off the top of the old dome, mate, he's always smiling.
Yes.
He's the happiest man in the AFL,
Yes.
and his profile picture is him with a big cheesy grin.
Yeah.
And I love it, mate. And the steak knives continued to just absolutely put on a clinic tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Mate, the Bash Brothers. I'm wearing the Bash Brothers
yeah.
shirt.
Yep.
Mate,
Nice.
how about this for a stat?
Good.
Between the two, and that's Cox and Ryan.
I know where you're going with this.
Between the two, 22 marks,
Yes.
40 disposals.
Yes.
I did the math. I reckon about 95% efficiency.
Quick math.
So Cox went at 100% and Ryan went at 91%.
Yeah.
So that is unbelievable. And, mate, look, the really big thing was after quarter time. How good were we? Like, first quarter, look, is a little bit of a scrap heap challenge
Shut the door.
in the front 50. We're like, hey, remember when we used to bomb it in heaps and that never worked? I'm just going to try something. Hang on, wait a minute. If I keep bombing it in, will it work? No, but lowered the eyes.
Yeah.
Lob kicked that goal with about a minute to go in the end of the first quarter, and from then on in, it was pretty much shut the door and away
Very
you go.
quickly on Lob, a great game once Darcy went down. I thought he competed, again, that key word, crucial, 25 hitouts. And when Carlton were getting a little bit of ascendancy through the middle, he stood up. Not the first time. You know, copped a whack in the mouth. A lot of blood coming from that mouth. He's like, don't worry, just shove some gauze in there. I'm coming back out. Heroic effort. Comes back out there, evens contests. And and I think played a crucial role. Took a couple of key marks in there too.
Yep.
Chased down tackles. Oof, it was
yeah,
great
and
to
3
see.
goals won for
Physicality.
Rory Lobster, and could have nearly kicked 5.
Oh, yes.
He had a big sniff to kick 5 there, but fantastic. 2 goal assists as well, mate. So fantastic effort there from the big lobster, mate. I thought he was awesome. Sean Darcy unfortunately got a concussion.
Yeah.
We'll go through other protocols. We'll be out against Geelong next week, which will be a big loss. Saturday morning game, mate, 11:45. Last time I remember playing when we were down in Cardinia, mate, you won a competition. And we went to... that was a long time ago, actually. No, how long ago?
Shout out to the Fremantle media team.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
right. Before we were part of this, mate, you won a competition.
I did,
What a lucky guy. And we went and watched Geelong kick 15 goals in a row or 22. It was like the record of goals in a row.
It was great.
It was really great,
the
mate.
food was good.
Yeah, mate. Hodor's concussed, mate. Lloyd Meek obviously comes back in. Saw him on the way in. Yep. He's a big boy. I think he'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Licking his lips.
Yep, he'll be up there and he'll compete. And, Geelong's ruck isn't that great. So, Reece Stanley, although he loves playing against the Dockers, I think he's played one good game in his life. It was versus the Dockers.
Yeah.
Mate, but, hey, look, I reckon 45,000 here nearly today. 42,000?
No, I'm glad you said that because the previous record between Carlton and Freo was 40K in 2018 at the MCG. Just thought I'd throw that at you. So 45K is a record. So we're setting all sorts of... This is why the lid's gone.
And I think... Saturday nights,
Oh, come on.
Let's...
You telling me, if you're not on TV, if you're not watching the TV and seeing the spectacle that is Fremantle Football Club on a Saturday night, are you not saying we want to see more of that?
Yeah.
Hello, AFL. Hello. Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night
would be a treat for a team that is second, mate. That would be a...
So what was that again?
Second. Book the bus.
Whoa.
Get those tickets, guys. Get them early.
Two seats already gone.
Can we get an update on flight prices in September?
Yep.
Can we get an update?
Yeah.
Flight prices, boy. It's looking good.
You.
All right, Oz. We will go to a break, and when we come back, we'll have Blake Acres, I believe, as our guest. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's a Snowman. Could be someone else, and we'll just edit this part out.
Chasing cars.
And I'll say, come back, and we have a player. Welcome back to the final Siren. We're joined with Blake. With Blake Acres, we're joined by. I don't know what's going on. It's classic. I'm just too excited about us being second on the ladder. Blake, fantastic game, mate. How are you feeling after that?
Yeah, pumped. Good, very good start of the year. 5-1. We're in a great position. Hopefully going forward, and just hope we keep this going and keep the ball rolling. It's good to get a win like that at home, and especially given the night it was. And I thought the whole group really had a good crack, and it was a good solid effort across the board.
Yeah, nice. And obviously you're doing your best to win goal of the year. You like hitting the snags, mate. Talk us through it. Did you, off the slipper, did you know it was going straight through and you're thinking, there's the cash, I've got it now, or what? What were you thinking?
Nah. I was getting ready because I was free off the back of the stoppage, and I was thinking if it comes out there, I'm just have a crack at one. I suppose I was waiting for it to go through, and we got pretty lucky there. I reckon a pretty tough angle to kick it from, but I was stoked that it went through.
Look, it's got to be up there, so you probably want to put it on your socials. You want to pump yourself up there. It's going to be in the top 5, surely.
I hope so.
You'd want to hope there's a good prize as well, mate. I think it might be cash, so lock that in, mate. Back-to-back goal of the years after Sarongs as well, so bit of a treat for the Dogs. But, mate, how are you feeling the team's going? We're right up and about, and I think, actually, you've been one of the real barometers of the squad at the moment, mate, playing out on that wing, playing a really, really good game today as well, especially how'd you feel you went that second quarter, mate? I felt that you actually lifted a fair bit, and it kind of lifted the team with it.
Yeah, I suppose my game where I'm at now is sort of based on how we're going as a team, to be honest. I suppose, I play a real outside role at the moment. So I really do rely on my teammates a lot with how they use the ball and how we set up. So my main focus game days for me is just my team D and where I can help the boys get a free at times and stuff. And if I get the ball off that, it's a good thing for me. But it all comes off my teammates and what they do, really.
It looks like you're definitely playing with more confidence this year. Is there anything you can attribute to that, or do you just think that you found your niche, you know what you're doing, obviously you're playing your role, but it definitely looks like you're playing more freely and obviously the results speak for themselves.
Yeah, I suppose I had a pretty solid off-season. I got to work with a few of the boys like Sean Darcy and a few of the younger guys, and just really cracked in and knuckled down on what's good in my game, my running and sort of my size. So I really just focus on that and bringing that to life every week and making that a real dominant strength of mine. So, I just keep bringing that each week and hopefully I get the results off that.
Yeah.
And how are you feeling with the midfield group, mate? You've got a lot of young guys in there. You've got the big onions. You've got, obviously, Brayshaw and things like that. And you've got the man we like to call steak knives, Will Brodie, mate. Who's impressing you in that midfield, mate?
It'd have to be, Will Brodie. He's really just come in and just exploded onto the scene, really. He's probably was overlooked a lot at the Gold Coast, and he's really stepped up for us. We're missing, obviously, Fifey, and we've had weeks where we're missing a few of our more senior midfielders, and he's really stepped up throughout the whole year and being that real bull for us. The whole midfield group is just really a real commitment to the contest, and the stuff they're doing as a group is outstanding. And I'm glad to be a part of it and help out where I can. And the boys have been real good.
Nice. Like one of the things we talked about just before you got on the phone was how dog hungry the team looks in terms of its defensive pressure and the way that we structure up as soon as we don't have the ball. And it just looks like every contest we're going to get to. And the referred pressure seems to be something that's a real focus for the team, and just even getting a hand on the back or a butt or whatever it is. Is that a real focus for you guys, like making sure that you're trying to really put pressure on where you can and trying to make them feel the heat all the time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think through across the first 5-6 rounds, that's been a real strength of ours, our pressure, and it all comes off our individual roles and where we put our midfielders and give them the best chance to work to the ball. And when they get to the contest, that they're fresh and they're not, they haven't done an extra 50 metres when they need to. So they can put that pressure on. And so that comes off the forwards, playing their role and helping the mids, be able to get closer to that long down the line contest when it goes there. And the backs obviously making a contest firstly so we can put pressure on. So it's all across the board, like everyone's contributing in some way or the other. And then, guys just relentlessly first, second, third efforts. It's been outstanding for the first 6 weeks, and we got to keep bringing it each week. We can't let up now that we've started the season all right. We don't want to undo the work we've done. So just the beginning, I hope.
Is there anything specifically that J-Lo said to you guys at quarter time? Because it seemed to be a little bit of a change in tactics, especially using the board in our forward 50 and essentially our front half, rather than bombing it in so much, maybe looking for the shorter option and things like that and just working our way through it?
Yeah, we spoke about that first quarter. We did kick it along, long a bit, and we know Carlton are really good at getting back and creating the contest and intercept mark in those long kicks. So we just wanted to find or graft up another mark around the 50-metre mark line, and then we'll get an entry from there. And guys like Lockie Schultz were able to find him, and when they rolled off those smaller forwards, they would impact the game for us. They're a hot team early, so we just wanted. Look, to be honest, we had a focus of just making a scrap heat in the first half and then just keep throwing our footy at them through the whole game. And I thought we were able to do that for most of the night.
I'll tell you, the start to the season has us as supporters up and about. We joked around that the lid's off. It's all happening here from our perspective. But obviously your focus going forward, the cliche that it's each game at a time, but how do you maintain that focus going forward? You're playing so well, and how do you keep that momentum going?
I think just as the group, we just want to, we know it's a good win, and we just spoke about it, but just the maturity we have about it. We'll celebrate tonight. We'll enjoy the win, but come Monday, we're refocusing again on Geelong, and we'll shift there. And it's another week, but 1 week at a time. I've been 5-1 before in my career at the Saints and didn't make finals. So I'll be trying to relay that message to a few of the guys and keeping them on task. And nothing changes for us each week. We just got to keep putting the work in.
And how good is it, mate, playing on a Saturday night at this brand new stadium? Is it just put a little bit of a spring in your step, rolling in, say, Saturday afternoon, knowing that you're going to play in this fantastic stadium behind us here with
45K.
a bunch of passionate Freo Dockers fans.
Oh, it was unreal. Seeing that it was a sellout. Obviously, we were going to have 75%, but knowing it was a sellout before the game, and then obviously the game, the stuff before the game with the Anzac ceremony and all that sort of gave you a bit of goosebumps, like the silence in the crowd and stuff. And it was like my first time being in front of a crowd like that and how electric it was. It's only going to get. Hopefully, they keep rocking up, which I know they will. They're a real loyal, passionate supporter group. And I love playing in front of them all at the moment. They're really getting behind us, which we love, and hopefully they keep bringing it as well each week, and we'll keep bringing it.
All right, just a last question for you, Blake, mate. Weirdest unit at the club?
Weird, Matt Taberner.
Mate, you're the first. It's
the weirdest man.
Mate,
every player will tell you that.
Well, you know what? Believe it or not, we had Nathan O'Driscoll and shooter Schultz. But last year it was without, like you said it, mate, without a beat, Matt
Without
Taberner.
a doubt.
Yeah.
No,
So-
he's getting weirder by the week, to be honest.
And did the boys get stuck into him for his post-game interview after he kicked 7 straight, and it sounded like he'd had the worst day of his life, mate?
Yeah.
He was
No,
like,
he doesn't. Yeah, he does that stuff all the time. There was a vision of him last week just going by himself, just putting rubbish on Fifey's car. Find who it was. Just him by himself. It's just like stuff like that he's doing, which is good. When he's being weird, he's playing well, so he can keep doing that.
The weirder, the better.
Fantastic. All right, thanks for joining us, Blake. Fantastic game today. You're putting together
Thanks, guys.
a really
Appreciate
awesome season, mate, so keep it up.
Thanks. Cheers.
Thanks, mate.
Have a good one.
All righty, guys. That'll wrap up the final siren for this week. Thank you to Blake Akers for joining us. Fantastic Len Hoare tribute match today. Like we say every year, the Dockers do the Anzac week. I guess it ends up being a weekend fantastically. Would love for this game to be on Anzac Day in the evening, but look, that's the way it goes. But I think the Dockers are doing a fantastic job here, and it was it really really grounds you as a person, I think.
Yep.
And it really makes you think, and we know footy's just a game, and it's something completely different, going off and fighting in wars and things like that. And I know that we're both being teachers, teach a lot about World War I and World War II and things like that. And it's something that I think you can be really proud to be an Australian, and really take your hat off to the Fremantle Footy Club for doing such a fantastic job and representing their fans so well with this Len Hoare tribute match.
Yeah, and look, credit to the fans as well. Obviously, the solemn occasion and making sure that they're respectful during the ode and everything, which was fantastic to see. And I think the fans know how important it is, and certainly the respect that was paid was fantastic. And as I said before, the club does it very well. In fact, I'd be on my own bias, but I think we probably do it the best. Just the way we've always treated it with respect, not just because it's Anzac Day, but because it deserves the respect. That
Arthur Leggett as well, mate. Yeah, just another fantastic job, and fantastic job by the Fremantle Football Club. All right, on that note, Oz, I think we should wrap it up. Great to see your lovely face again.
It's good to see you
behind the mic, mate. It's been a while between drinks, and thank you to Bretto for filling in once again. Did a great job. But
excellent work, mate.
Hey. The Freo bus keeps on rolling, mate, and we're getting closer and closer to that sniff of finals, mate. 5-1.
Yeah.
Second on the ladder, keeping teams under 10 goals and nearly kicking 100 points, mate. If that doesn't get you up and about, Dockers fans, I don't know what will. Thank you very much for listening, watching, whatever you're doing. Subscribe, rate, and review. We're the Purple Rain. We're at Purple Rain 95. We do a podcast that goes up on a Monday afternoon usually as well, so why not listen to that as well? And all you Freo fans out there, get to this stadium.
Oh, yeah.
2 weeks from now.
Oh, yeah.
Are we playing a Friday night versus North Melbourne?
North Melbourne?
Hot dog is all I can say, mate. Get round it. All right. See you guys.
All right. See you later.